And our other big story tonight at 6, hope for progress between the president and Congress as we dig deeper into sequestration and larger budget problems loom. We're just weeks away now to the end of a fiscal cycle that could lead to a possible government shutdown.
Yeah, but this time around, it appears that President Obama and congressional leaders are more willing to talk. Rebecca Cooper is live in the Satellite Center with the very latest. Rebecca.
Well, Candace and Allison, with all the gridlock in Washington right now, get ready for some actual gridlock as the president heads back and forth on Pennsylvania Avenue for 4 different visits to Capitol Hill this week. But with neither side so far willing to budge, the question remains whether all this back and forth will lead to any agreement.
For now, the showdown between the White House and Republicans continues. Starting today, don't expect this surprise showing by the president and first lady to be posted on whitehouse.gov.
How are you?
Back in January, the first spouse of surprise visitors taking the White House tour. Today was the first day of tours being canceled due to the stalled budget talks and sequestration. Republicans have blasted that decision, saying there were plenty of other ways the White House could have cut spending. So members of Congress on both sides are calling it heartening that the president asked if he could come to Capitol Hill this week to talk directly to Republicans on their turf at their weekly behind-closed-door conference meetings in both the House and Senate. Today in the Washington area, voters we spoke to agree.
I think it's a great idea.
Well, it's definitely a good idea. We've got to start the conversation.
Conservative Senate Republican Tom Coburn was one of the president's dinner guests last week and calls the outreach long overdue.
It shouldn't be news that the president is reaching out in a bipartisan fashion to try to solve problems for the country. And it just shows you he is moving in the right direction. I'm proud of him for doing it, and I think it's a great thing, but it shouldn't be news.
So perhaps hope for the budget, but traffic warning. Tomorrow, President Obama goes to Capitol Hill to meet with Senate Democrats. On Wednesday, he heads to the Hill to meet with House Republicans. And then he's making 2 separate trips on Thursday, one to meet with Senate Republicans and the other to meet with House Democrats. In the Satellite Center, Rebecca Cooper, ABC 7 News.